We've all been there. You've been scrolling through YouTube with the goal of trying to convince yourself the next season's going to wash away all the sins of the previous one, and you're ready to give the relationship one last go. But this time, you're going to do it right. You're going to be prepared, and god damn it, you're going to get your vault into shape. Sound familiar? Well, you're in the right place, as this simple guide will take you step by step on how to quickly spot the best god rolls, the best armor, the pitfalls to avoid, and assist in automatically sharding junk contents in bulk. Hi, it's your boy Refresh here. I'm a YouTuber and streamer on twitch.tv, link below. And if you've made it this far into the video, then welcome to your seasonal Vault Get Fit Quick scheme. As I mentioned, this guide is a step-by-step process on the best ways to clear out your existing vault space, leaving behind only the choice items and hidden god rolls you did not know you were sleeping on, plus being extra prepared for next season's upcoming buffs. Honestly, Budgie, it's nearly been 5 years and you're still teabagging us with this inventory space anxiety every new season with this 500 cap BS. You've only just about monetized everything else. But if you were to add a 1k inventory cap for a few thousand silver, I'd honestly pay for it. Honestly, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And while you're doing that, let's get into the guide. First, we're going to be using a website called d2checklist.com to do all our work, which a few of my subscribers will know about, as I made a video on how to use this for this very purpose, link in the top right. I do know that Dim can do almost anything, but there are some important bulk features here that are simply put, better than Dim right now. Next, you're going to log into Destiny and head to the tower, brew a cup of coffee, get your favourite hemorrhoid cushion ready, and prepare yourself for the emotional journey of discovery that is inventory management. Step 1, shaders and vendors. Let's get some quick and easy wins here and go to my boy Master Rahul and cash in the engrams you have and dismantle, hopefully for the last time, any shaders you have in bulk. Then go to the postmaster, grab all your guns, visit the vendors to collect any end of season rewards, and if it's still around when you're watching this video, pop to the helm and cash in the engrams you have there. Next, if you have any, open your inventory and spend the next few decades dismantling the shaders that for some reason Raoul couldn't be bothered to do earlier on. After that, collect any modifications you have left and dismantle any consumables that you have lurking around that have been discontinued. I have 120 of those Emperor Callus tokens, but I'm not about to spend 2 hours removing them one by one for that single inventory slot. That. Next step, let's get to the meat of this guide and start tagging everything we want to remove, and we'll start off with the blues. Destiny Item Manager does this, but d2checklist.com is much faster for bulk actions, so let's get ourselves over to the site. Once logged in, or visiting the site for the first time in a while, you'll see this message which will ask you if you wish D2Checklist to sync your tags up with Dim. You want to enable this. Plus, it has this cool feature in the God Rolls tab here that lets you pick what platform the God Rolls are for, so it's not just for PC only. Once in, click on the Weapons tab first, then tick the Owner sub-tab and select All. Then, click the Rarity and select Rare and Common items. This will load all the blue, green, and hey, even white if you have them, you weirdo. Next, scroll down and select the items per page and make this 1,000 so everything is on the page at once. You might have to redo this a few times as it likes to default to 10 a lot. I did say this is faster than Dim, right? Now we can tag every item in this list as junk by scrolling to the top, looking for the 3 vertical dots, hovering over the tag current rows and selecting the corresponding tag, which in our case will be junk. If you're wanting to keep any blue items for high light level infusing purposes, you can order this list by light level in the top left, then on the right click on the lightning bolt next to each item you wish to keep for infusion. So that's blue weapons sorted. Now repeat this process on the armor, ghosts and vehicles tabs, although I generally remove everything from vehicles and ships that I don't have equipped these days. Next, let's focus on removing any junk weapons that are legendary or above by going to the rarity tab area. I say this as some exotic weapons like Deadman's Tail and Hawkmoon can drop in random rolls now. In the past, I'd normally just remove every exotic weapon I have that I don't usually use or I'm tracking kills with a catalyst, but now things have changed now that they're dropping with random rolls. So I generally break down weapon clearing into 3 subtasks. 1. Junk tag all sunset PvE weapons, ignoring PvP as they're still viable outside Trials and Iron Banner. 2, junking anything that's not a god roll, buff next season, or a favourite gun. And 3, keep some max light weapons for infusing. So to kick off, let's filter any guns that are sunset, and we can do this by typing is:cap brace equals 1100. I'll put this in the description below. Oh yeah, don't worry, this also includes the new update that desunsets any guns that were previously going to be sunset, so don't worry. Then tag the ones you want as junk individually or via the mass option I showed earlier, and save tag the rest you want to keep. Now let's select the god rolls column and pick good roll, suboptimal perks active, and neither good nor god rolls. This will filter the guns list to the less than ideal rolls and allow us to cherry pick the ones you want to keep and remove. I'd suggest you bulk tag all rows as junk, then slowly go through the list and pick the ones you wish to keep by ticking save, upgrade or infuse, as these will be in the far minority. Now, I would strongly advise familiarizing yourself with the perks that are getting buffed for the next season, and keep that in mind in your choices. For example, linear and normal fusion rifles are getting a buff next season, among many things, so have that in mind. My advice is err on the side of caution, and if a weapon has multiple gold tags in its perk list, keep it. For now though, even if you're not confident if it's any good, you can always ask around later. Step 4, armor. In a lot of ways, it's easier than guns as god rolls are less subjective, so let's start off with an easy win and select all armor across all characters. That's infusion cap was this season's max light level, which for this season is 1360. Select the armor tab, then click the class sub tab, selecting all, then click the wildcard filter and type in is::cap: 1360. Then order by energy. All the armor here is pretty much useless next season, aside from anything with 7 to 10 energy, as this is fully or partially masterworked armor that you will most likely be using at the start of the season in some capacity. Consider carefully which of these armor pieces to tag as junk, making sure you have the capacity for the shards and prisms that you receive when you get around to dismantling them. The rest, tag it as junk. Now that we're left with a list of legendary and exotic armor that is not sunset and can potentially be top tier, the best way I've found to clear this out is to work through each class, as they each have their own ideal stat perks compared to others. So an armor piece that's got tons of strength might be good for Titans but be garbage for Warlocks. To prepare for this, let's use the preferred armor stats area, which is found free from the bottom in the triple vertical dots menu. This is amazing. It allows you to build your filters to cherry pick the perks you wish to look for. So in my case, as a hunter, I'm strongly looking for mobility, recovery, and intellect. Save that, then tick the class sub tab again, and just select the first or any class you're focusing on, which is, in our example, is hunter. Next, I'll filter just the hunter armor that has less than 50 points and tag it all as junk, as let's be honest, it's going to be trash. Then I'll manually go through the list and look for exotics I have that, even though trash, are the best roll I have for that slot. Now, on the right, you can order by stat points, and it shows two numbers on top of each other. The first is the total of just the stats you are interested in, which we selected earlier, and the other is a total of all stats combined, which you can currently see at the moment. This is great as it allows you to pick out any armor pieces that have a strong spread of perks across your ideal stats that could have been hidden behind a poor stat total normally. Once all of these are tagged, repeat this process, working your way up the stat points total filter on the left through the 50s to 59s all the way up to 65 plus, which if you have anything in that region, you'll be mad to scrap it. Repeat this process for all your other classes if you're using them. Once done, light weapons, all your armor should be tagged. Step 5. This is the best part. Dismantling it all. Make sure you're logged back into Destiny, have enough space for any additional shards and prisms, then hop back to D2 checklist. Let's start with your guns. So click the gear tab, then weapons, then the player icon to the left of this, revealing a new drop down. This is the core of the dismantling center, and I would suggest you give the help area a quick read as this goes over the previous options in quite a lot of detail. First click sync locks, which basically makes sure all the saved items have locks added to them in Destiny, and previously locked items that are now junk are no longer locked. Basically it makes it so that you can dismantle stuff in Destiny and not accidentally dismantle stuff that you decided to save. Next, what we're wanting to do is clear all the inventory off our character, ready to dismantle all the junk we have tagged. So select clear inventory, then all. This will remove everything from your character except what's equipped. You will see your items leaving your character in game, heading to your inventory. Yeah, cool, eh? Once it's empty, select the shard mode, then all, and your character will start to fill up with junk, weapons, armor, ghosts, and ship. You can now calmly dismantle every item that is loaded into your character, except the equipped items which should have locks on them anyway. Once you've dismantled all your items, click the shard mode, all button again, and repeat again and again until eventually all junk items in your inventory are gone. Boom! There you go, lads. All your gear is now pure and ready to roll for the new season. But come on, Bungie, let's have a bit of a limit buff someday, eh? I really hope you enjoyed this video, and it was a bit rushed. I made it in one day, but if you want to catch up with me before the next one, I stream Destiny on twitch.tv regularly, link below.